Om, Namaste ji. I suppose I'm properly audible to each and everyone.
जी
Om. Namaste to all. Today we are going to discuss about the Vrat. When to follow and how to follow. What is Vrat? It's a Sanskrit name which means Vriyate, Adhriyate iti Vrata. One which is imbibed, which is possessed. For what? To do something specific, which removes the impurities of our mind and body is Vrata. It may be taken for some specific thing on some special occasion. It may be a promise to ourselves or to the God. Vrat is an elaborative term in which we usually take Vrat as a fasting, the upavas, which we usually follow on some of the weekdays, on Navratris or Ekadashi. This is the fasting. Fasting is in between the umbrella of Vrat. So why we do the Vrat? If we do fasting also or any of the Vratas, it helps us to remove the impurities of our body, mind and senses. Like if we discuss the fasting first of all. So fasting, we are prohibiting some of the foods, some of the food habits. So what we are doing, we are taking a pious life. We are avoiding some of the things which is to be avoided. So with that, our body get relaxation. Just like if the exhaust pump of an automobile is blocked, it won't work properly. Same way, we have a digestive system and the excretory system. So we give the rest to our body when we do the fasting. With that, the machine gets overhauling and it's ready for further intake. Fasting are usually observed when there is a transition of some weather, some season, so that our body adopts slowly to the next season or the weather. That's why fastings are observed, and our sages in the oldest times, they asked us to observe fasting on special occasions. Why we do the vratam? Vratam also come under tapas, the penance. With tapas, with penance, when we do, Kai Indri Siddhi Ashuddhi Kshay Tapsa, which is the Ashuddhi, which is the impurity that gets removed from our body. We want everything purified. We want pure food, pure water, pure life. So purity is required to achieve the concentration and pass. When our body is relaxed, we are eating light food, body is relaxed, the mind will be in equilibrium. So we get more concentration and more powers to understand the specific subjects. We will be able to concentrate more on meditation. When we want to do swadhyay, our mind will be centered. So we observe fasting. That's why fasting is allowed. So, but when we do the fasting also, tapas is why required. Why fasting is required? Because if we take the gold also, for example, in gold we add copper so that it becomes stronger to face the wear and tear of the day-to-day life. But when we want a pure gold back, what we need to do? We give the heat treatment. With that, what happened? The copper draws away and the gold shine in its purity. So same way, tapasa, the penance, the vows, the pledges are taken to remove the impurities of our life. So vrats are a part of austerity. So this is the ability to feel the constraints. We face the hunger, we face the thirst. Our body becomes strong to face these constraints. So what the Ved mantra says, you become suvratas. You adopt the high standard vratas. So what is vrata? Vrata is a pledge taken for something specific. I take a vow to do this thing. I want to improve myself. I want to uplift the standard of my life. That's why we take the pledges. In Maharishi Patanjali in Yoga Darshan, what says? The yamas, we all know that there are 5 yamas. The yamas are the Mahavratam. As per Vedic way of life, the yamas we follow: ahimsa, the non-violence; satya, truthfulness; aste, non-stealing of the things of the others; brahmacharya; and aparigrah, unstoring of unnecessary things. So these are the yamas. These are to be followed. What the Maharishi say? Jati, desh, kal, samay, anvichhinna, sarvabhauma mahavratam. One is Vratam and these are the Mahavratam. As we say, this is Shivratri and this is Mahashivratri. Sorry, this is Shivratri, this is Mahashivratri. It's the grand thing. So grand discipline is the yamas. What Ved mantra says, Vedic scripture says, you have to follow these yamas throughout 24/7 in your life. There is no weakness, no relaxation, no exception. You say, I won't tell truth. What the Maharishi want to specify, this is unconditional of any caste, any place, any time, and any occasion. You can't say, I won't tell lie today because today is Tuesday. I won't eat non-vegetarian, today is Tuesday. You are conditioning yourself. So Maharishi says this is Sarvabhauma, this is for everywhere. You cannot segregate between any caste, any place, any time, and any occasion. These are the Mahavratam to follow in each and every situation. Maybe any time in the morning. Some people say, oh, today early in the morning, I'm telling the truth. So we are authenticating ourselves that because of morning, I'm telling the truth. Because today I'm fasting, I'm telling the truth. Because I belong to this very specific group of people, I'm telling the truth. No, this is unconditional. This is the law which is to be followed 24/7. And because law of God is operative everywhere, same way the Vedic law of the God. You have to follow in each and every situation. Not only on Navratris, not only on Ekadashi, not only in some specific weekdays. So this is the recommendation of the Vedic way of life. So being universal, it's applicable to all, living anywhere, at any age, because vratas start from childhood till our last breath. And vratas change with the passage of time. What the pledge we have taken when we were in school, when the different situation was there, those changed with the when we came to the college. Later they changed when we get married. So as Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati in Sanskar Vidhi has given 16 sanskar, 16 sanskaras have been given. So at this stage, you take this pledge and these are the do's and don'ts. As we go in some organization, they tell us these are the do's, these are the don'ts. These are the prescriptions, these are the prohibitions. This we supposed to follow. This we are not supposed to do. Same way Maharishi Dayanand has given different pledges, oaths to taken at the different stages. When you do this sanskar, Upanayan sanskar, Vedarambha sanskar, the pledges are different. When there is Samavartan, the Dikshant, there is different pledges. And here we notice that when we take any pledge in publicly, please some of the pledges are imposed on us. You have to follow this because, and we take in front of Agni because Agni is the leader. It leads us. In front of Agni, when we do the Homa or Agni Hotra, in front of that, we take the pledge. I will follow this. I will be doing this. So when Upasana regularly, I'll wake up early in the morning. We take so many pledges. But what happened? With the passage of time, our pledges dissolves. We feel unable to overcome the shortcomings of our life. So what we should do? We are taking pledges. We are taking some vow to achieve something higher, something bigger. What happened when we take some pledge or do vrata? Vraten diksha mapanati. When we take vrata, the something adhikar, the right comes to you. And diksha mapnuti dakshina. We get some resources, some respect to, and some strong desire to do something. And with Dakshinam, Shraddham Apyate. Shraddha comes, we get the devotion, we get the grace of the God, and with that we achieve the Satyam. Shraddhaya Satyam Apyate. With the help of Shraddha, we achieve the God, which is the ultimate truth. Rest all is untruth. We are striving for that very ultimate truth in life. And to achieve that, we need the Vrata. We need to be disciplined. As when there is a water and there is in a river, there are proper banks. That river goes to the farthest end. But when there are no banks, the water disperses and it's of no use. Same way, our life should be disciplined. These are the pillars, these are the banks of the river which have been granted to us by Vedic way of life, so that we can lead our life to the ultimate truth. This way we need to do the vratas. We can take as per our convenience, as per situations. We tend to change the pledges as there is a pledge of truthfulness, but we change as per the situation for our benefit. So what should we do? We are unable to follow the truthfulness. Whenever we accept this thing that I'm little less from someone, we seek some higher guidance. We seek the help and support of someone senior. Like if we want to cook some new dish, we don't know how to cook. We seek the guidance of our mother. Same way, when we should ask the person who knows better than us. So I want to take the pledge and I know I'm weak. I'm unable to overcome the shortcomings of my life, the pressures of my life. I dissolve my pledges. I leave my vows. Okay, I take the pledge that every day I will do the Agnihotra, but I leave because the pressures of life comes into are so heavy that I leave this. So what should I do? I should hold the hand of someone who is elderly to me, who is supportive to me. As when we were child, we wanted to cross the road. We are unable to, what we think? If some elder brother is there, mother is there, father is there, we hold his or her hand, we'll cross the road. So we get inner strength when someone is besides us. We have got many relations in this life: father, mother, brother, sister, guru, acharya. But they have some limitation. She is my mother for this birth only. He has been my father for this birth only. For some specific time period, these relations has been granted to us. Then which relation is eternal? The relationship with the Almighty, relationship with the God. With God, my relation was before this birth, in this birth, and will be after this birth also. So we always want the long-term association. We feel very proud when we say, oh, he is my childhood friend, because this is a long-term association with him. So we should feel proud that we have long association with God. So I would prefer to hold his hand to help me to cross the road of my life. So Ved Mantra would say, Agne Vratpate Vratam Charishyami. He is Vratpate. He is the protector of all pledges. Whatsoever he takes the pledge, he won't break. He has many of the works. He is following his own rules, and whole universe is following his rules. None of the individual has the strength to break his laws. We have to abide by his rules. So we follow his, because he is the master keeper of pledges. So we hold his hand. We request him, hey Agne, hey God, hey self-effulgent God, you are absolute being. He is the absolute intelligence. He is the absolute bliss. We hold your hand. We seek your guidance. We seek your support. For what? At this moment, I want to take this pledge. I want to take this vow. So may this pledge be successful in life. May these things happen into my life. What I want in life. I want peace, contentment, truthfulness, sincerity, freedom. These things which I want in life, I can easily get from God. So I have to hold his hand to walk through the life. So when I'm asking the God to help, Agni Vratpati, I'm seeking his blessing. So he will help me to take away from the darkness of my life, and I will overcome the trials and tribulations. So in this way, we should follow the Mahavrata. And Ved Mantra says, Yugam Veer Vrat Dhari Bhavet. The person who is without any vratas is of no use. We must, like say, no, we say, you must have some standards of life. So you must have some moral values in life. What are these values in life? If I I accept something, then I am following it. Then we say, this person is following some values. He is the person with some standards because he has taken some pledge. Pledge makes you worth getting some diksha. That's why we need to take that. This way, what we say, the fasting we say is one part of the vratam. One part is fasting, which you are observing. Then fasting is of many types, not only of food. Fasting is of talk also. In Ayurveda, they say when we say the vratam, these are kaik, mansik, and vachik. Kaik is the physical austerity, when we don't take any food, when we don't walk around unnecessarily, we become sattvic. That becomes the physical austerity. There are different type of karmas, and to remove the karmas, we do the penance, we do the tapas. So physical, we do the kayak tapasa, kayak vrat. Then vacha, with language we speak so much. Many of our karmas are many of the karmas are made with the manasa only, with mind only. In a second, we think something good of someone, something bad of someone. But to do something, we have to do some efforts. We have to take some efforts to do something wrong to someone. But in thinking, there is no stoppage, no blockage. We can think anything. So for manasik tapas, they say you do japa. That's why we see continuous chanting, Om chanting, Gayatri Mantra chanting, so that our mind is occupied with some specific thing and I'm not thinking unnecessary good or bad about anybody. Then is Vachnik. We talk so much. And with Vacha also, we are making our karmas. So when we want to do the Vachnik tapas, we observe silence. Silence is observed in many ways. In Navratri also, many people observe silence. When they want to do some deeper sadhana, they go into silence. So in this way, what we want is, we are, as per our karmas, we are trying to burn our karma. All the story of life goes with karmas only. And karmana gehnogati, we don't know. This penance, this doing some vratas, taking some pledges, help us to remove our karma. And Nyaya Darshankar also says there are Shubh karmas and Ashubh karmas. And Yog Darshankar also says the karmas which are, there are three type of karmas for us: black, white, and mixed. And the yogi, he is doing the different from all the three. When we do the bad karmas, that come black karmas in the Shastra language, and white karmas, which are the Shukla karmas. Then the mixed karmas. So whatsoever we do, we are suffering accordingly. So when we do some of the tapa, these, like we wash the cloth, when cloth get something dirt on it, we wash it with water and soap. So what, and some of the spots are very deep. We cannot remove only with water. So what we need to do is, we have to apply some detergent also. And some of the spots doesn't go with detergent also. Then what we are supposed to do? We put some soda bicarbonate or some other chemical to remove those spots. Same way when we do the penance or some special festivals or like that, it helps to remove the spots in our life. That is why these vratas, these pledges are required, and we observe frequently on some festivals. Otherwise, life become monotonous. The God has given the different seasons, different changes, so that we become active in our life. If things goes on which is monotonous, it's very boring, I'm not following it. So season change, God says now this is this festival, this day this will happen, so that an interest in life becomes continuous. Same way, when we take our pledges on different sanskaras, that is why sanskaras are given, so that with the streamline of sanskaras, I achieve the ultimate truth in my life. That is why these Mahavratams, I'm sorry, that is why these Mahavratams are required, and which are to be followed everywhere. Satyam, truthfulness has to be followed in each and every day in all the situations. Same way is the ahimsa. Ahimsa parmo dharma. We cannot say, oh, today only I won't eat the non-veg. I won't kill the ants. I won't do this thing because today I'm fasting. So what the mind setup we have made on some specific days, some parvas on Deepavali, on Ekadashi, on Tuesday, that mind setup is required throughout our life. That is the principle of our Vedic way of life. That is why we should know this thing, that each and every day, in each and every situation, irrespective of festivals, irrespective of season, irrespective of place, and irrespective of caste. Some people are very good to their caste only and not to the others. So Maharishi says this is not accepted. This is the Sarvabhaum Mahavratam. You have to follow in each and every situation. And who helps us, who gives us inner strength to follow this is the Agni, the Ishwar. It's his main work. He gives inner strength when we want to do something good, when something very progressive is given to us, we follow him. We get the inner strength. And when we are going to do something wrong, he gives the sense of shame. Nobody should say it. So in this way, God helps us to fulfill our goals. So we need to hold his hands. That's why we pray to him, so that we can achieve him. Ultimate all this prapanch, all this thing is to get him only. And that is the beautiful thing of the Ved mantras when they say, you hold his hand only to get him. When a CEO of a company or the HOD of a department is our friend, then the whole department, everything will come along with us. We need not to worry about this person will do good thing to me, or the PN will be properly talking to me. No, because CEO is with me, the God is with me, who is following his pledge, and he has given written instructions also. You can take these many pledges in life. At this stage you take this, at this stage you take this. With this way you will purify yourself, your soul, your mind, your body, and you will be able to achieve. This is like getting an eligibility. There are many eligibility criteria for many things. So when we take the vratas, when we follow some of the rules and regulations, what happens? We are making ourselves eligible. When we pass the metric, we made ourselves eligible for the college. When we passed our graduation, we made ourselves eligible for the master's degree. Same way, when we pass through our life from different pledges, different disciplinary positions, we go and we make ourselves available, eligible to get him. And getting him is our only aim of our life. So that's why the vratas, the sanskaras are important in life, and it has to be followed in each and every stage of our life, because we tend to change the situation. We tend to change our pledges as per our convenience. We may not change it. We may not dissolve our pledges. We seek the help of Almighty God. So this is a few things I've told about the vratam and how it should be followed. Thank you very much listening to me. Thank you very much. Dr. Sabha. Namaste.
Namaste. बहुत धन्यवाद Acharya Sukama ji. We really thank you. It was very enlightening and very mesmerizing to listen to you. A wonderful, very elegantly flowing flow of ideas and all that. So basically, what Acharya ji just summarized was that Vrat is a thing which helps us is what we do to remove our impurities. And basically she talked about the impurities of the body, mind, and also our speech. So then she prescribed that fasting, which is usually meant that you are not taking food, is to purify your body. And then she talked about the Mahabharatas, which she referred to as the yamas, the non-violence, truthfulness, non-stealing, proper use of our energies, and non-hoarding, which you all are familiar with, yama and niyamas of Yoga Sutras. So, and then she talked about the pledges. Why do we take pledge, or why do we take brata, is to achieve something higher. And Vrat also means to be disciplined, and we are trying to achieve the ultimate truth. So that is what she was. So this is connecting very well to our sustainable roadmap for the Arya Samaj. So this is how she's telling you that as a person, how you can lead the right path and stay on track. And now then she prescribed whose help do you take when you falter, when you are deviating from your path, then whose help? She prescribed that take the help of the Almighty. He is there, always there, and there is nobody better than him who can guide you and who can help you to cross this your journey in this world and achieve the ultimate reality, which is the achieving the Ishwar. So that is her prescription for this. And then she talks about these three things which she was talking about: the mind penance, how you can do the mind penance. So body, she told already, was about not so taking break from eating every day. So sometimes it doesn't, she said that usually it's prescribed when there is a seasonal change so that body can adjust to it. That is what is the prescription. But this is basically to cleanse your body. And then mind, how do we do the penance or the brata for the mind? She prescribed Om Japa for that. And for the brata or the fasting for the speech or bacha, she prescribed observing silence. So this is a very good prescription for everybody. I also I talk too much, so I also need to learn to be silent sometimes. So, and then she talked about the karmas, black, white, and the mixed. And basically, we should take the help of the Ishwar, the japa and the upasana, sitting and trying to remember him, going inside with the upasana, and talked about the sanskaras, which are also again bratas or the pledges which we take at the different stages of the life, and to achieve higher goals or in our life. So, and she really prescribed that I really liked your analogy of taking care, being a friend with the CEO. So everybody will be with you. So you don't have to worry about anybody else if you are a friend with the CEO. So CEO of this world is the Paramatma Ishwar, Om. So we are very thankful for such a wonderful talk. Hope I summarized it correctly, and I'll request, I again thank you for taking up on our request to present and on such a short notice and delivering such a wonderful talk today. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
There is one question. Is Navratri a Vedic festival? That's the question someone posted.
Om.
Hanji, Acharya ji.
Vedic is not different from Avedic, but the Navratris is okay, a seasonal change, And Navratris are the 9 days recommended because there is in India, I don't know about that place, but in India, the winter starts. And similarly, the Navratri comes in March, April when the summer starts. So there is a seasonal change. That's why to adopt, if the suddenly you put a break, you get the jerks in your system. So slowly, when you stop the vehicle, it will be okay. So so our ancient sages has told that this time, if you observe the fasting and you eat less, your body will be easily adaptable to the change. So for seasonal adaptable change, it is recommended. So we cannot say that it's not accepted. The way of living, and there are some Ayurvedic 9 aushadhis, medicines has been recommended in Ayurveda that each, by the passage of time, people forget about it. Each day, like one is harada. Harad is one special herb. So every day they say 9 days. So in 9 days you eat these herbs and your immunity will be maintained. So in this way, I can recommend that this is to be followed.
Thank you.